This episode of Times 2 Review is brought to you by Club XXX, the Discord server for gamers who strive to achieve extreme excessive excellence, and the official Discord server for the Times 2 Review. Link found in the description below. Developed by Runewaker Entertainment and published by Gameforge, Runes of Magic is a free-to-play fantasy MMORPG that was released in 2009. It was meant to be a free-to-play alternative to compete against World of Warcraft, which had released 5 years earlier in 2004. At the time of release, it had a good following, and did look a lot like World of Warcraft in some ways. However, over the years, World of Warcraft received expansions and updates that include graphical overhauls. While Runes of Magic came out with new seasonal updates, it never polished its own graphics, leaving the game still sporting those same aged graphics from 2009. The game, however, never died. Even though its graphics never got updated, it was still a free-to-play alternative to World of Warcraft, one that offered traditional questing, leveling, dungeons, guilds, PvP, and player housing and guild castles, both of which World of Warcraft never offered to its own player base. So the question becomes, is this aged free-to-play MMORPG that once had a decent cult following still playable and still worth your time and hard drive space 13 years after its release? Or is it time for this old steed to be taken out to the pasture and shot in the head? Let's find out together in this Times 2 review. And it's time for another Times 2 review. Hey guys, I'm Extermicide and I'm here with my buddy Ark.
Hey guys, how you doing again?
And today we are going to be doing a review of Runes of Magic. Have you ever played this?
I didn't even know this game existed.
Okay. Surprising. Okay, so this game was released way back in 2009. It was kind of the free-to-play call for World of Warcraft, and it actually did quite well back in the freaking day as far as a free-to-play game goes, for people who didn't have the $15 a month to play World of Warcraft. Published by Gameforge and developed by Runewaker Entertainment. Let's just dive right into this, man.
Alright, man.
Create our character. Alright, let's make my character. Let's name him. Alright, let's see. So the first thing I'm noticing is dwarfs are gender locked to freaking males. Go figure. Let's do an elf. Oh no, let's just go warrior. You got freaking mage, I'll do the DPS.
I was wondering if it's like,
two clothies, I don't know.
Gonna go.
So we have a lot of freaking sliders here. This is a lot more character customization than what World of Warcraft gave out of the box, which isn't hard to beat. So that's pretty impressive for the time when this game was made. Go ahead and confirm the character. Confirm. All right, let's enter the world and find you and get partied up. Do we want to do the tutorial? No, so it's nice that they give us an option to skip the tutorial.
Bother that with my tiny head.
Invite the party. And we are partied up. Alrighty. So our first quest is right here. And no voice acting at all in this freaking game. Jeez. Everything is reading. So getting to know yourself, all right? Well, you just talk to the guy again and he completes the quest? Okay, we level up and we haven't even freaking moved. Elven Academy, I think I did it right. All right. Take a little bit used to the freaking controls here. They're a little wonky. So it looks like our next quest guys are over here. So this is a daily quest manager.
Or known.
Another quest here. Master of Machi School. Oh, where'd you go?
You left me. There you go.
Quest here. Oh, now I gotta re-talk to this guy. Complete the quest helping others. What did I do to level up, man? I'm now level 3. I don't even feel like I did anything. Is that their whole freaking goal, is just to get us leveled as quick as possible? Alright, we're supposed to kill Shallow Lacasso. What the hell is that?
Oh, if you look at your map, your mini map, you can actually see your group member like you're the sword. Your sword moves around on the map. So I know where you're at.
Yours is a magic wand, okay. Alright, well then it looks like we have...
Go adventure.
Looks like we have a quest to turn in over here then. Probably gotta wait for that elevator to come back down.
Does it make you feel weird that I'm twice as tall as you?
No, but it's just
I've
weird.
had some growth hormones kick in.
It's really weird that they didn't try to limit it at all.
This one reminds me a lot of EverQuest, and I don't really mind the graphics. I really don't. I mean, I know they're dated, but it's really not that bad.
2009. I mean, they are definitely dated.
As long as the gameplay is good, I mean, I can kind of forgive graphics sometimes for a good game value.
So I'm looking on our map where we're supposed to be turning in this quest. Whoa, is there fall damage? Oh, I took only 50 damage falling all that way.
I'm falling. I actually caught the
look
the
at your
building
map
on the way down, so
look at your map. That golden check mark. There he is. Couldn't find this friggin' person. Complete. Accept another quest. Kill Shallow Lacasso. Where the hell are those? Oh, you're turning in a quest here already? Jesus Christ. Available quest, the basics of attack. Ooh, I can get rewarded my weapon already. Okay. Ooh, got a ring. Okay. Chain belt. An earring. Oh, they're just freaking equipping us out of the gate, aren't they?
pretty much you just keep right clicking on that blue bag, dude, and they just keep giving you stuff.
Quickness rune. Okay. Transport rune.
Can't open it until level 5 now.
6 for me. And we're gonna quest to this guy. And I get my chain coat. And the basics of attack. And I get my weapon, my sword.
I got a stick.
Alright. And I talk to this guy. Basics of recovery. And we get a mana potion and a health potion. Okay. And she's got a quest for us again. Step quest. Alright. Supposed to help them grow. Student certified. And kill the freaking other thingies. Which, let's just get over here in a safe spot for a second. Because the first thing I want to do is I want to click over there on the, up there on the mini map. There's a item shop.
Diamond buying, styling.
Okay, so I am not impressed with the fact that they send you to freaking Steam to freaking buy your damn crap. Alright, and they sell chests. So, look at the draw, random loot in those loot chests. I'm not a big fan of those. Level 60 armor, level 80 armor. Keys you can buy to open up chests that you find in the world.
Battlefield queue.
See what this upgrading stuff is. So stuff you can buy to upgrade weapons. Stuff that you can buy that adds an additional rune slot on your weapons. This is all telltale signs of pay to win. Checking out the appearance stuff, the skins real quick. Now this is interesting because as I'm looking at the skins, I'll see like a snake charmer sword. It says weapon skin without stats. They specify that. And there's a reason for that. So if you scroll down, there's skins for +4 combat buffs, plus increases your max HP by 200. There's a bunch of crap in here that actually adds stats to your character. Increase all attributes by 48. This is all pay to win. Granted, from what I was reading in Reddit and everything, all this stuff is obtainable. You can earn the freaking money that you need in-game to buy this stuff, but it's a long-ass grind. Also, what they say is in order to play the end-game content, the end-game dungeons, you have to have these stats on your freaking weapon.
Kind of forced to kind of go that direction then.
So you're either going to spend a long-ass freaking grind, or you're going to be forking out some money. And I'm not a big fan of that because not everybody has that deep, deep pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a shame that they went that route. When I actually played this game way back. I think when I quit WoW, I tried it because I didn't want to go back to WoW, but I wanted to try something different. And I stuck with it for a little bit, but I don't remember any pay to win way back then. I think it's something that they added later on down the road.
Yeah.
I wish there was something on the map that kind of told me where to go to kill shallow Lacassos, but I do see a check mark way over there for a quest that we can turn in. Some wood here. You need wood cutting skill level 1 to chop the wood. I bet you this guy here gives me the quest to do that. Oh, maybe not. You don't look like a woodcutter. Yeah, this is what happens when you're freaking just grabbing these quests and you're not even reading them. Kind of just blindly go into it. Okay, quest turn in right here. All these things that we're running past, and we haven't aggroed anything yet. Another quest to turn in this way. So the game is, at the time of this recording, about 13 years old. The graphics don't look bad, to be honest with you, for 13 years.
They're not bad at all. Nope, not bad
I've
at all.
seen worse with more modern day games, to be honest.
No, I don't mind this.
Accept quests for jump training. Accept.
Kind of reminds me of like Guild Wars 2 in a way, does it? Like, doesn't it have like a cartoonish-ish type of? At least to me, it does.
This reminds me very much of WoW. The color scheme
Yeah.
and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Some people would say cartoony. I would say art style, but. All right, you ready to score this?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we use our extended scoring system, being that this is an MMORPG. 10 categories, scoring 0 to 10 points for each. And we start off with graphics. You want to start?
Yeah. I like it. I really do. I didn't have anything wrong against it. It actually gave me a very nostalgic feeling when I was playing the older games. Like, I'm familiar with like EverQuest 1, EverQuest, things like that, but particularly with EverQuest 1, this had, I mean, obviously had much better graphics than that, but I still had that feeling, and I don't know, just you're used to the modern graphics of everything, but going back to the older one, I liked it. Actually, I really enjoyed it. I liked it. I didn't have anything negative, I guess. So for me, I'm going to say, I'm going to give it, I mean, because it's dated a little bit, but I'm not going to hit it too hard. I'm actually probably going to say like, it's probably like, maybe like a 16, or I'll go with 16.
No, 0 to 10.
Oh, okay. Then I'll be a 7 then.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually not that far from you. Actually, I'm gonna give it an 8. Pretty much for the same reasons you specified, and I really don't have to go into too much more detail than that. So, moving along.
Forward.
That brings us to sound and music. Now, what I will say for this game is that as far as the sound and music goes, this is the first MMO I've ever seen where you start off muted and you have to actually turn your volume on. So that's I don't know if I like that or not. I thought, you know, at first maybe something was not working correctly, but I've had the opposite where the games were just so freaking loud. It's like, oh my god, where the hell do I go turn that down? The music was really subtle. It was just very calm, and I did notice that when I started to ride into those higher zones that were higher than my character, the music got a little bit more tense and a little bit more drum beats added and everything. So I thought they did a really freaking good job with the music. Sound effects, however, were just kind of lackluster. There was nothing really for me to get too excited about. They were there, they served their purpose, but there wasn't anything that's like, wow, that sounded freaking cool. I'll just score it. I'm gonna fall on a 6 for sound and music.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go with the 6 too. I just, for some reason, I just kept thinking of like the Days of Our Lives theme song. It was just like a very slow, just very, you know, like just kind of, but it was like obviously the areas that we were in, it wasn't like he was saying, it wasn't like a huge like battle drum when you're going into a dungeon or something. So this is kind of like, you know, like a nice little just chill, relax, easy tempo type thing, you know. So I get it, you know. So but I'm gonna give it a 6 though.
Okay, that brings us to the story, and look, I'm gonna be honest here. We kind of like just skip through the freaking quests and everything just to get them done. There is no voice acting in this game, so that kind of, by today's standards, that's kind of a no-no, you know, for a modern day MMO. But this wasn't really a modern day MMO. This was, you know, 5 years after World of Warcraft launched. It's still in the early days of when the big MMOs were hitting and everything. So the fact that there was no voice acting really doesn't surprise me. Is there a story there? I'm gonna assume yes. The name of the world is named. When I was looking through the Reddit posts, there was a story going on. I didn't read it all, to be honest with you. And in the game, I just wanted to kind of pump through the quests as quickly as possible. So I didn't really read everything the quest givers was giving to me. So is there a story? Yeah. I don't know how deep it goes. It probably goes much deeper once you get into that end game and everything. But to be fair, I'm just going to kind of land on a 5 here in the middle. I just really don't know how deep or elaborate it really goes.
Yeah, dude, I think that because the fact of the age of the game, you're, I don't know. I just think that I'm gonna give it a 5. I feel that there is one, and because it's such a dated game and you don't have the voice acting, and I don't know. It just, I'm sure that at the time, people were so, maybe at that time they were so accustomed to reading text, but now things have changed and doing the voiceover and stuff like that and everything. So I'm not gonna knock it. I think just because of the time have moved on from this, and so I enjoy the game, but I'll give it a 5.
All right, that brings us to combat. With combat, you played a mage, I played melee, I played a warrior. I will say that as a melee class character in this game, it sucks. The controls felt so freaking clunky. The swings felt bad. I felt like I had to hit something 6 times for it to die, and I'm freaking 7 levels higher than you. I'm hitting the thing 7 times to kill it, and you are just hitting it once as a freaking mage.
Hey, you know what, bud? It's just when, cream rises to the top. So that's all I gotta say. So.
Yeah, there's definitely an unbalanced freaking thing going on with the combat, but it looked like the spell casting was a bit easier. I might be wrong. You might have something to add to this, but for swinging a sword and hitting and using those skills, it was clunky. It felt archaic. It felt like it was from the dinosaur ages. It just really did not feel smooth. It was not something I enjoyed. Combat, I'm going to land on a 4.
I'm actually giving it a 3. There was no immersion. It was clunky. It was like I just globbed one fireball and then I just sit there and took my stick and so it was nothing great to it. So yeah, 3.
All right, that brings us to gameplay. Go ahead and let you take this one first.
Kind of the same reason as number 4 is just the gameplay. I don't know, man. I think I might actually give it a 5, only because I just feel like it's one of them games I can really see myself like just taking my time and just chilling. Like it's just a nice, slow, relaxed. It's nothing high tempo. Sometimes I just need to just let my mind relax. And this is kind of a nice little chill game. So I'm not going to knock it. The only thing I'm saying is just we never got really deep into it. Maybe, but even like running through mobs, I didn't feel any immersion. I didn't feel like any fear of anything. So, and we got pretty close to it. I mean, I was level 5 going against level 20s or whatever it was. And it seemed like the aggro range was like super tight because I wasn't able to get anything on me unless I got really right onto him and everything. So I don't know, I'm gonna give it a 5.
All right, I'm in full agreement with you on most of that. I'm going to actually go 1 point lower to a 4, and the reason being, and this is a complaint about this game, apparently it's a complaint that's been going on for years. Again, this game was released in 2009. Apparently the game has a memory leak in it for some people, and yeah, I freaking rode into the first major town there. Granted, and to let you know, it was a town that was empty. There was maybe 2 freaking people in the whole freaking town. It's not like the town was being overburdened or anything, but it all of a sudden said I was running out of freaking memory on my computer that has 32 gigs of memory. There's no way in hell that this game from 9 years ago, from 13 years ago, 13 years ago was stressing out my modern day freaking PC. It crashed. I had to reload the game and immediately gave me the freaking error again, but the second time it never did crash. So some people say they've run into the issues, others say that they never experienced the issue ever. So it's maybe one of those issues that came up and they just couldn't track it down. They could never nail what was causing it, or what the common denominator was to get it fixed. And it's just stayed with the game all these years, and because of that, I have to bring it down to a 4. I just, if that's going to be a freaking issue, a crashing game is not a pleasant game for me to play. That's going to bring us to character creation. I'll let you go ahead and take this.
Again, I think I gotta fall back on default of 5, just because I don't know. Actually, no. I mean, it was very limited. I mean, you figured that it was back when it was built. I mean, you look at they've had plenty of opportunities, plenty of time to make some change or do something, but you only got like literally 3 characters. So I'm just gonna give it a 3 because you only have 3 characters.
Okay. Yeah, you had the 3 races, and they were gender locked, which kind of sucks ass. Compared to World of Warcraft, back when World of Warcraft launched, this had a better customization than World of Warcraft did, and it's not really hard to beat World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft was so simplistic, there really wasn't anything to it. This had a lot more freaking sliders. However, I really don't think they really served all that much purpose as far as tweaking that character's look or anything. It's dated. We keep saying that. I'm trying to be fair to the game in that aspect. Yes, it had more out of the gate than World of Warcraft did. It has more in it than some modern day MMOs do, to be honest with you, the amount of sliders it had. But I don't like the fact that you had the characters being gender locked, and I don't like the fact that there was only 3 races that you can play 13 years after its release. So I'm landing on a 4 here. And this brings us to population. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take this.
Well, it seems like the main city was just steaming with people moving around. I had a hard time navigating through the city. So there was no population, so I'm gonna give it a 1 because I saw 1 person. So
oh, come on,
I'm sure maybe at higher levels. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a 4, maybe 4 people. That's like literally like.
So yeah, I'm gonna admit there seems to be a dead population with this game. We saw a couple people in the starter zone, and then in the main city we saw 2 or 3 more freaking people, all of which were level 100, which we were kind of joking around. We were talking about in the game, these are probably people who have been who put so many hours into this freaking game that at this point they just can't find it within themselves to freaking quit. They've reached max level, and they still for some reason log in religiously for their daily quests, and I don't know, and just stand around freaking town. But other than that, there was nobody. Even as we started to just ride into the more difficult zones, there was just nobody, which is sad, because I really think even by today's standards, this game kind of deserves a little better than that. It looks like it has reasons to have potential still, and I'll use the word that you use, nostalgia alone. I could see myself going in and just chilling with this game for a couple hours, and playing it. Not as heavily, invested as a major freaking MMO, but just to go in and just kind of, just relax and chill and just do a little bit of freaking playing. But yeah, it looks like the game has kind of seen better days. So with that said, population, I'm gonna land with you right there on a 4. That brings us to UI and menus. All right, well, if anything, I'm gonna say that this is probably their saving grace. Going into the freaking UI, setting my settings up and everything, no problem at all. I thought it was all neatly freaking organized. I didn't have any problem with that. I was even surprised that they may have never given this game a graphical update, but when I went into the game, I have a widescreen monitor, so they actually had my resolution in there, 3440 by 1440. It was in there. I was actually shocked. So, UI and menus. You know what? I'm gonna be really freaking generous in this one aspect. I'm giving them a 10 with the UI and menus because it's probably the only place they're gonna get a 10 in this review.
It was okay. I think it's very basic, but I think it was, yeah, again, it's dated, it's old. I really love UIs. I love interfaces, stuff like that, and I wasn't like moved. It didn't move me. So I'm gonna give it. I'll probably just give it a 7 because I mean it was okay, but it wasn't great.
Yeah. And this brings us to chat spam. All right, so we're talking about a game that has absolutely no freaking population whatsoever. There's no chat going on at all, and because there's no spam going on, by default we're supposed to give this a 10. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it a 10. Was there any chat spam? Nope. It was perfect. I was not annoyed by chat spam at all.
There were no gold farmers. Even the bots weren't even there.
So your score?
Yeah, 10, dude.
Okay. I'm actually surprised the game has scored 310 so far. So that brings us to our final freaking category, and I am going to go ahead and start this. This is our cash shop pay to win. There is obvious freaking pay to win in this game, and wow, everything from purchasing mounts that are faster if you purchase them from the damn store, to buying weapons and armor that actually have stats on them. It's one of the complaints that is going on in Reddit for the people who have stayed with the freaking game is they admit there's pay to win, and to get to actually do the end game content, you can't do it unless you purchase these freaking items from the cash shop. There is apparently ways to go ahead and grind it out and actually achieve said items without spending a cent. But if it's an Asian MMO initially, to keep that in mind. So it involves a lot of freaking grind just to get those freaking pieces. It's just 99.9% of the people are just gonna say, screw this, here's my money, give me my freaking stuff so I can go on the raid with my buddies. So I am not a fan of freaking pay to win whatsoever. But instead of giving a complete freaking 0, I am going to give them a 1. And I'm going to give them a 1 point only because they do allow an option, no matter how far-fetched it is, to actually achieve those items within game if you want to freaking do that grind. So yeah, a 1 is what I'm giving them for the cash shop pay to win. And for the normal cash shop, for the normal items, I thought the prices were a little freaking jacked too. So it's all about them trying to make enough money to stay alive, which it kind of, to me, is a why if you have no freaking population. So whatever.
I don't like pay to win. 0.
That settles that. Done. Boom. So adding up my scores, what I came up with was 52.
And I added mine up and I got 50.
Adding those totals together gives us a total of 102. And dividing that by 2, because there's 2 of us playing, gives us a final total of 51, which gives us a final letter grade of with a grade of D. This game is considered below average. It is not completely horrible, and it is playable, but it falls very short in many areas, especially by today's standards. If you can overlook some of its flaws, then you might find that this game is tolerable. There are definitely better games out there to try, but if you have already tried a majority of them, then who knows, maybe this game will be that hidden treasure that will keep you entertained for a while. Anyways, that's it for our ×2 review for this game. We hope you enjoyed it and found it informative, and we will catch you again on the next ×2 review.